Every once in a while, I'll have a question come up about a command that I use in the terminal all the time, like cd for instance, where I wonder, how do I use a particular flag with that? Or if I look it up, is there anything else I can do with this command besides what I sort of normally reach for it for? And so man or cd is a great example of a time when you try and look at the manual pages for one of these commands and you find out that it's a built-in command, and you find that out because you get to this sort of unhelpful man page where it lists out all of the built-ins, and then it has a little bit of a description, and you scroll down and there's just not much here. I am not learning anything about how the cd command works. But if you do a little parsing through this here, you'll see that it says, consult the shell's manual page for details on the operation of the built-in commands. So that's actually pretty helpful. What that tells me is this isn't the right place to be looking, and instead I need to be looking at my particular shell's man pages to see some details about it. So if I go to man bash like this, I get this giant document of all of these things that are specific to bash. But if I go ahead and search ahead to the shell built-in commands section with a little / search like that, actually that's not even specific enough. I'm going to put a caret at the front to say anchor, that's a regex to say anchor to the beginning of the line, and it's saying it can't find it, so let's try that one more time. Shell built-in, looks like we've got some extra spaces in there. Not sure how that happened. Okay, and now we jump to this section of the shell built-in commands, and we can see things that we saw in that list of built-ins like source, alias, bg, bind. So if I'm curious to find cd, we can see that there's a bunch of spaces right here. So I can search for that and instead look for cd, again with a / search. And it jumps me down to the cd section. And so now I can find out what I'm kind of came here to look for. I find out there's the -L and the -P flag. And so I can read a little bit about those. As I read through this whole thing, I find out something kind of cool, which is that an argument of dash is equivalent to looking at the old working directory, which is kind of a handy thing that I'll show here in a second because I use it all the time when moving around the directory structure in the terminal. But yeah, that's the kind of basic idea. If you wanted, you could just come in here and kind of read around and learn a little bit more about the shell that you use all the time. There's tons of information in here. But yeah, you want to look at man bash, or I suppose you could do man zeesh. I'm guessing this might have a similar section. I wonder. Maybe not. But man bash, that's where you want to be looking. And then just a quick note about the thing we learned in that man page about the single dash with the cd. So if I jump to, let's say, this thing here, this is a project I'm working on. I'm in the 30 days server, but now I want to jump back to my TIL. Instead of typing out, all this stuff to get back, I can just say, take me back to the previous directory that I was in, and it takes me back here. Yeah, that's it for this video. Thanks for watching.